Commission for Women. We have 2 appointments to the commission whose terms will expire December of 2020, and they are Erin Velazquez of Lebanon and Nicole Maurer of Lebanon to be added to the commission.
I'd be honored to make a motion to appoint Erin and Nicole to the Commission for Women.
I'll second that motion.
It's been moved and seconded that we approve those appointments. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. So ordered.
That's all I have. Next meeting will be next Thursday, January 4th, which is the reorganization meeting for the year.
Very good. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Oops.
If I could impose on the board just a few questions, budget. It's a budget, it's not a fight, as they say. But I will ask you, how does this year's budget set the county up for next year's budget process? Would you like to take a stab at that?
Jamie?
Well, I told the commissioners a couple of weeks ago, this is probably the easiest is the right word, but the least eventful budget that I've had in 20 years. Going into 2018, the county is situated with a reserve of $7.5 million, which by the policy that was adopted last year, is 2 months of expenditures from the general fund, and that is whole. The capital improvement fund has grown a bit from refunds that we received from health insurance. Health insurance, since I mentioned that, is only up 4% going into 2018. Unless something drastic happens on the national level, we have enjoyed pretty low increases relative to some of the other private and public sectors that we've heard about, but as a result of being involved with the Pennsylvania County Health Insurance Program. And I feel pretty good about it. I mean, we, it was completely balanced budget with funds in reserve to weather the first 3 months of the year and weather any other unexpected things may come along in case the state budget doesn't go as planned, which it has not in the past, and there's been the need for the county to float itself through those periods of time. So it's I don't foresee anything real drastic happening in 2018 that's going to make it difficult for 2019, but you never know.
We've settled with a couple bargaining units.
Right.
So.
Yep. We have.
And then reasonable settlements.
Yep. Yeah.
Also, we had budgeted for the full arc in 2017, and because of the market, that we didn't need that total arc, and we're carrying over how much?
780,000.
Towards next year's arc. So, I think that positions us as to, almost $1 million towards the arc. And there are a lot of variables. If the market continues to perform, which we never know, but if it does, our arc will probably be even lower than anticipated. So that will certainly help us to balance in 2019 then.
And speaking of the market, and Controller Metley can step in if he wants to, but at last report, we may be enjoying a double-digit return on the pension investments for 2017. There's only 2 more market days left in the year, so barring any drastic crash of the market, that's very likely, which could bring the percentage of funded ratio up close to 90% in the pension fund.
Which, since the inception of that, it's been like an average of 5.9 or 5.5. So double digit is quite a.
Jamie, you mentioned the capital improvement fund, but I don't think you said the balance there.
The capital improvement fund is going to go into 2018 with a little over $2 million in it, which is there for things that are unusual. We did some courthouse roofing this past year. In the coming year, we're going to do paving to the lots that surround the building. Some of those one-time expenditures.
We also have the new Honeywell program, which obviously is scheduled to to pay for itself, but also if historically there were even additional savings with those programs, so hopefully we will have some of those in addition.
You mentioned briefly contract negotiations. Do you have any contracts that are still pending?
Stay tuned. I think next week we'll probably have, it seems like we're very close to settling with detectives. I think the prison just went through last week, so in pretty good shape.
The
Don't
only
really
one
see
that's
anything
open
dragging out.
is the detectives now, right? That's
Yeah.
the only one that's open.
So we don't foresee at this point any arbitrations or anything like that coming.
So it's all looking very much like sunshine for 2019 from your perspective?
And the long-term debt is very low per capita. That's another nice, dial that's in the right direction, so.
So anybody up here willing to say there will be no tax increase in 2019?
Well, let's take 1 year at a time. No.
There shouldn't be, but
Oh,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioner Litz went out on a limb for us there.
Okay, that's good. Anything else? Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
second.
We stand adjourned. Thank you, and Happy New Year to all. Thank you.